Rupam, form, Bhagavataha of the personality of Godhead, Yat as it is, Tat that, Manaha of the mind, Antam as it desires, Sucha Apaham, vanishing all disparity, Apashyan, without seeing, Sahasa, all of a sudden, Uttaste, caught up, Vaiklavya, being perturbed, Durmanaha, having lost the desirable, Eva, as it were. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. The transcendental form of the Lord, as it is, satisfies the mind's desire and at once erases all mental incongruities. Upon losing that form, I suddenly caught up, being perturbed as is usual when one loses that which is desirable. With the purport that the Lord is not formless if experienced by Narada Muni, but his form is completely different from all forms of our material experience. For the whole duration of our life, we go on seeing different forms in the material world. But none of them is just apt to satisfy the mind, nor can any one of them banish all perturbance of the mind. These are the special features of the transcendental form of the Lord, and one who has once seen that form is not satisfied with anything else. No form in the material world can any longer satisfy the seer. That the Lord is formless or impersonal means that he has nothing like a material form and is not like any material personality. As spiritual beings having eternal relation with that transcendental form of the Lord, we are life after life searching after that form of the Lord, and we are not satisfied by any other form of material appeasement. Narada Muni got a glimpse of this, but having not seen it again, he became perturbed and stood up all of a sudden to search it out. What we desire, life after life, was obtained by Narada Muni, and losing sight of him again was certainly a great shock for him.
You were able to speak, Sudarshana.
Yeah.
If that tooth extraction is okay, it's if you're not getting pain. It's nice. Okay. So, instead of me saying anything to begin with, I would request devotees to share your thoughts. What are the unique points or what are really striking things that came to our mind when you when we are reading this verse and purport? So, Narad Muni saw the form of the Lord, and within a short moment, he got the darshan, and the Lord has disappeared also. So after that, she is feeling disturbed, right? And then Prabhupada writes beautifully in this purport. So what do we understand from this?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Prabhuji, in this we can see that one is Prabhupada is trying to say that anyhow one that there is a Lord has a form, and his form is such that it is so it's unimaginable for us. It's when we see the Lord's creation or the people or everything in this material world, we admire the beauty, but the beauty of the Lord is much more than all this. And That's one. And secondly, the transcendental form of the Lord only actually satisfies the soul. Even when we see all these material things as a human being, when we are aspiring to do devotional service, only what should satisfy us is the form of the Lord, and not other. We should not be carried away by all these material things, Prabhuji.
So,
And
form of the Lord, yes, somebody is saying something?
Can I say
saying anything? Yes, Gaurav Prabhu.
So Prabhuji, just extending what Mataji was saying is like, from time immemorial, we are actually looking for this, right? And it is very difficult to understand what Narada Muni went through. I mean, just he saw the form of the Lord, and then that is vanished. So getting perturbed for him was kind of natural. And as Mataji was also mentioning, I mean, nothing material. We cannot get satisfaction from whatever is जड़ से हम लोग वो नहीं हो सकते satisfy. So whatever is spiritual can satisfy the soul, and that's what Narada Muni got, and he got it for a while, and then it actually satisfied him from the core. And again, I mean, this reaffirms that the Lord has a form, and that form is spiritual, and that can only satisfy the soul.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. Like, Krishna says, Mavamso Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. So, as part and parcels of Krishna, we have that attachment with him, and we our constitutional position is like servitors of that Lord. So, when we see the Lord, we that sort of excitement, and when he lost sight of the Lord, he was shocked. Of course, whatever Mataji and Prabhuji said, they're all there. This I felt as eternal part and parcels of the Lord. We have a very deep relationship with the Lord. Deep relationship.
Eternal connection is always there, and that is the reason. And Prabhupada says so very nicely here, no? As spiritual beings having eternal relations with that transcendental form of the Lord, we are life after life searching after that form of the Lord. And we are not satisfied by any other form of material appeasement. You see, this is the actual cause of our dissatisfaction, consistent and constant dissatisfaction in this world. We are looking for what can be done, how can we get the form of the Lord? Like Parikshit Maharaj was also looking at everybody, who is the one who saved me in the womb, who is the one who saved me in the womb, like that. But then finally, he heard Bhagavatam as a result of that constant search. So anything that we are getting in this material world, our Atma actually compares it against the bliss that it is getting from spiritual association with the Lord, right? Spiritual connection with the Lord. And when they don't match up the same way, then it becomes disturbed. And that disturbance is what is revealed through the mind constantly rejecting, accepting, rejecting, accepting. Mind doesn't know, but the soul is trying to tell him that, see, this is the reason. You haven't seen, you're trying to see Krishna, but you are not able to see him. Right? In other material things. So this part is very interesting. The transcendental form of the Lord, as it is, satisfies the mind's desire. That once erases all mental incongruities. Shucha apaham. sir, disparity. What is disparity means? Incongruity, disparity.
Disparity is difference. This difference between two things in comparison or something like that, Prabhu.
Yeah. You have to say
Like
this.
material and spiritual disparity between these two.
Yeah. Right. The disparity between the two means you compare one thing against other, and then you say that, oh no, this is what I wanted this to be. No, this is not as good as this. No, I just reject it like that. No? See, that's what incongruity means, the state of not being suitable or not fitting well with something else. Right? That's the meaning really there. So you are comparing. The mind is mental. Mind is always comparing one with the other. You go to one place and you say, oh no, this place is not as good as that place. Or this is better than that place. Or something like that. Or that place is not as good as this, like that. So the comparison will always be there in the mind. Mind will always compare and contrast. Atma will only say that, see, this is what is the most blissful thing for me. But mind will see that it will not accept, it will keep changing things. And it is not able to get that. So, but as soon as the Lord's transcendental form is seen, it is satisfying the mind's desires. How many times have we seen that so much struggle we have to run to go through, say some temples, darshan, and at the end of that thing, when we have the darshan, how many times have we experienced this? That all the tiredness, everything just vanishes in just at one moment. Say, for example, you go to Tirupati, stand for hours together, and then finally you get the darshan of the Lord. How amazing it is! Like that, when you come out, you don't feel the standing for hours together, that pain at all, isn't it? Or anywhere else, say Rangam, you go, or even down, go to say Bhagavad or any other temples where our own temple during Kartik month and or whatever, right? So in that, where all the troubles that we take to see the form of the Lord, the moment we take darshan of the Lord, how easily just all the tiredness and trouble, they all get dissipated, isn't it? How does that happen?
It's because of the Lord is so beautiful, no?
Harimataji?
He's so beautiful that when we see his form, then we feel this is the ultimate. So even if we have a second glimpse for a few seconds, also that satisfies us, because there's nothing more beautiful than him.
Correct, but don't you think that apart from the beauty, the beauty is one thing, but apart from the beauty, don't you think he's reciprocating through his smile and glance and so on?
Yes, Prabhuji. Actually, we can feel
some
it.
things can be really beautiful,
Yeah.
but if it's not reciprocating to us,
Yes,
how will we be enjoying that form?
Correct.
In a pleasant way.
Yeah.
Meenakshi Mataji, you were going to say something? You were going to say something, Meenakshi Mataji?
Sorry, Prabhuji. No,
I saw you
was
unmuted, so I thought you were going to say something. No worries. So, in this regard, it's good to connect back to that verse 3:8:27, which I think we read in Delhi Dwarka also. Such a beautiful verse it is. 3:27. Remember, Mukhena Lokati Harasmitena. One of the best verses. Let's read that. 3:8:27. You want to bring it up in the screen, Prabhu? Mukhena Lokarti Harasmitena Parispurakundala Manditena Shonayitena Pratyarhayantam Sunasena Subhruva. In Mukhena, for example, you see Prabhupada is writing by a gesture of the face. Word to word meaning, you see, by a gesture of the face. It's not simply by the face, by the gesture of the face. What does that mean? Krishna is actually passing on signals through his form, like looking like wider, or looking like that. I am agreeing with you. Little smile, and then wider smile. So many different ways one can show the gesture, and Krishna is so expert in all of this, right? So because Krishna, through his face, through his mouth, through his eyes, and through his all other, through his teeth, all these things, is actually acknowledging our service. Narada Muni has actually served so much. He has struggled so hard to come to this point of doing the meditation. He is simply following the instruction of the acharyas who had given him the instruction, mercy, and everything. And in their absence also, he is doing this, isn't it? And that Krishna was pleased with. So he has come not just to show his form, but he is showing his gesture of the face. So he acknowledged that service. And that service, that acknowledgement of the devotee service automatically vanquishes that they had the arduous trouble that they endured to come to this point. Isn't it? He is a Loka Artihara. How is he vanquishes all the distresses of the devotees? Simply go and see, that the Lord is lying down the form of Ranganatha, Ranata Padmanabha Swami, and then there is a nice little mandahasa, it is called slight smile. And in that smile, the Lord is expressing his acknowledgement. Through the smile, he is expressing his, I am acknowledging it by smiling, smitena. And then that rest of the thing is Parispurat Kundala Mandita, all is Kundala, and then is Makara Kundala, then all is that Kaustuba Mani, and then the Srivatsa, and the Vaijayanti Mala, or is the pearl necklace, Moti Mala, and all this, they all actually add more sweetness to his form. You see, and it's so pleasing that Prabhupada says essentially, the reflection of his face decorated with earrings are so pleasing because it dazzled with the rays from his lips and the beauty of his nose and eyebrows. Dazzling. One after another is actually increasing the shining of each other. Gaurav Prabhu?
Prabhuji, just to add to what you are saying, I've just posted Lord Balaji's photo. Today he was made full with Chandan. Very beautiful
even in
looking
Pune?
Lord Balaji. In Pune, yes, Prabhuji.
He looks so beautiful, huh?
Yes,
and you see
Prabhu.
the nice smile also.
Whatever description you are saying, it befits our little Lord Balaji.
Oh, sweet. I am just seeing that in my thing. They are amazing. You see, the smile is even more visible and eyes are even more visible when the Chandan is there, isn't it?
Yes,
because when it's black, no, it is not so very, what do you call, it's not so very visible. I think it should be in Chandan form all the time.
Prabhuji, that also reminds me of Sri Radha Ramanji. He sometimes smiles with the teeth fully in display.
Isn't it?
And sometimes I count to the number of teeth. Sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's many.
Ah, and they also say, the pujaris also say that, they also say that they don't know how it is coming.
Hmm.
They don't do anything artificial and all. The Lord decides what to do. Some days he's really smiling. You can see it in the corner of his lips, you can see those things suddenly. How it comes, we don't know. Pujaris also don't know. How nice this is. Someone's form can completely vanquish all our problems, all our anxieties, all our desires without even speaking. He's not even started speaking anything. Just simply by the form, by the exchange, simply by the exchange of the gesture of the face, everything is sorted out. And he does two things. One is he is smiling, he's acknowledging, right? And then he is smiling. He is acknowledging through his smile and his loving glance. How sweet this is, the exchanges. So I just wanted to cover there. The purport is really sweet, which we will cover it later, because devotees only want to see the smile of the Lord. This purport is such an amazing purport. Let's read once anyway. Nothing wrong with it. It will only enhance our discussion. Someone can read the purport, this purport.
Can I read, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
We didn't read the translation, so I'll read translation.
Oh, no, I thought we read. Anyway, you read it, and then along with it, you can read the purport also.
Okay. He also acknowledged the service of the devotees and vanquished their distress by his beautiful smile. The reflection of his face, decorated with earrings, was so pleasing because it dazzled with the rays from his lips and the beauty of his nose and eyebrows. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Devotional service to the Lord is very much obliging to him. There are many transcendentalists in the different fields of spiritual activities, but devotional service to the Lord is unique. Devotees do not ask anything from the Lord in exchange for their service. Even the most desirable liberation is refused by devotees, although offered by the Lord. Thus, the Lord becomes a kind debtor to the devotees, and he can only try to repay the devotee's service with his ever-enchanting smile. Should I read it again, Prabhu?
Yes, that line, Prabhu.
Thus the Lord becomes a kind debtor to the devotees.
Kind of debtor.
Thus the Lord becomes a kind of debtor to the devotees, and he can only try to repay the devotees' service with his ever-enchanting smile. The devotees
are talking about Balaji. Balaji is also debtor.
Yes,
right. He is trying. Isn't it? He's trying to repay, but he's not able to. He can even repay the Kuber's thing, but he cannot repay the devotee's pure love.
The devotees are
standing for a long time.
Yes.
He isn't standing there for ages because he cannot repay. He's standing there for the devotees who want to still come and have his darshan.
Yeah, that's the main thing. He's standing there out of his causeless mercy, and he's a debtor to the devotee's love, not to Kuber's money, Kuber's treasury. Right? So sometimes people who are not able to understand the transcendental nature of the Lord, they tend to put all these nonsense theories and all that, right? In reality, the Lord is a debtor only to the devotees, not to anyone else, and he can never pay the debt of the devotees. Let's read the subsequent few lines, amazing lines.
The devotees are ever satisfied by the smiling face of the Lord, and they become enlivened. And by seeing the devotees so enlivened, the Lord himself is further satisfied. So there is continuous transcendental competition between the Lord and his devotees by such reciprocation of service and acknowledgement.
So the service acknowledged by by Krishna. Again, the acknowledgement increases into more service, and Krishna does service to the devotees. What is the service that Krishna does to the devotees?
He smiles.
Not simply smile. He inspires them to do. He inspires them more in devotional service more and more by that smile. That smile inspires them more and more, isn't it?
Yes.
What an amazing reciprocation between the Lord and the devotees. This is the only thing that we all are actually looking for. This purport is what we read just now. It's 100% complete purport. There is nothing to be added, nothing to be taken out. It's full in itself. The essence of the entire devotional service and Bhagavatam is just buried inside this. The more you read this purport, the more you will become more enlightened. Because this is the only thing that devotees want. What else do we want? It's the Lord's satisfaction for whatever we do. Yes or no? Any thoughts?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
As such, this purport says that, the Lord reciprocates with a smile. But at times we are, doing the things so artificially, like especially me. We are so much in hurry to take the darshan of the Lord. Now, as such, this purport says that you should observe the Lord and that the Lord reciprocates with a smile. Now, henceforth, I will observe the smile of the Lord. Before this, it is like, acha, okay, the Lord is smiling. If it is like, sometimes becomes very artificial. You take the darshan and you walk away. Like that it becomes. But now after reading this purport, I have to observe that the Lord is reciprocating with a smile. It's nice purport, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So this purport actually is full in itself. We enjoyed it so much in Dwarka. Who was there when we did that this verse in Jaipur? Remember? Any of you? Usual, were you there? I think you missed it up. Anyway, the other devotees were there. Shanchalpati Prabhu, Vaishnav Damodar Prabhu, Divya Mataji, so many others were there. They all learned it by heart. Surapati Prabhu was here. I thought I saw him. Okay, probably he left. I saw him in the beginning. Okay. So this is exactly how we should connect this verse with the current verse 1.6. If you come back to 1.6.18, right? So this mental incongruities are the disturbing things in the mind. The mind always constantly compares and contrasts without listening to the Atma's words, Atma's instructions. Without listening to the Atma's instructions. So that is why it is always in conflict. But as soon as the Paratma Darshan is received, as soon as you receive it, then nothing is left to be experienced. So there is no, it's like how you take prasadam and no one else has to tell you that you are satisfied. We can ourselves feel how tasty it is, isn't it? That's how it is, the experience of the Lord. And it is because of this personal experience, direct experience with the Lord. For each of the devotees having direct experience with Krishna, that is why it is so tasty. So there is nothing in this devotional service, that is not, whether you understand it or not doesn't matter, but you are experiencing it tangibly, isn't it?
Yes, Prabhuji.
And that experience is making it a foolproof method. You can experience it. Like Narada Muni experienced it, we all experience. We just went to wherever we go, we take darshan of the Lord. That moment you take the darshan of the Lord, you can see Abhayam. He's having that Abhayam hand, and then he has that all this Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, everything. It's all good for it. It all helps us to be inspired with the form of the Lord, to see the form of the Lord. See, this is the beautiful thing here. As spiritual beings, having eternal bliss, I'm reading this from 1:6:18. This is a very nice point here. Prabhupada is repeating it 2 times in this purport. Yeah, see, first in the beginning of the paragraph, purport, first paragraph, for the whole duration of our life, we go see different forms in the material world. But none of them is just apt to satisfy the mind, nor can any one of them banish all perturbance of the mind. But the Lord's form can banish all the perturbance of the mind, and it will satisfy the mind also. Can be completely relaxed. And that darshan is not only deity darshan. That darshan is in the Bhagavatam also, in the Bhagavad Gita also, in these discussions also, in the offering of prayers also, or in the hearing, kirtan, smaranam, in everything you can expect that you can experience that darshan. How do you experience that darshan? The Lord himself says, please take 7, 4, 7, 4, 25, 26. I think I read this once with the past, but we can still connect it again today. And especially, in this context today. Who wants to chant this verse? Very powerful verse. The Lord is speaking this to the demigods who approach him for protection from Hiranyakashipu's torturous rule.
Prabhuji, 7, 4, 25, 26, is it?
Yeah, it's on the screen.
Yeah. May I try, Prabhuji, to recite?
Yes, please.
Ma bhaishta vibuddha shresthaha sarvesham bhadramastu vaha maddarshanam hi bhutanam sarvashreyopapattaye ज्ञातम् एतस्य दौरात्म्यं दैत्यापसदस्य यत् तस्य शान्तिं करिष्यामि कालं तावत् प्रतीक्षता.
In this, you please look at the word-to-word meaning. The Lord is telling, Mad darshanam hi bhutana. Actually, the Lord did not give darshan to the devatas yet. He is only speaking. His ashariri is only heard. They are coming and offering their prayers. Please protect us from Hiranyakashipu. The Lord is, only the voice of the Lord is vibrated as follows. You see the translation. So in the word-to-word meaning, Prabhupada writes for Mad darshanam beautifully. Can you read that?
Yeah. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Synonyms: ma, do not; bhaishta, fear;
No. Only
Mad
Mad darshanam.
darshanam. Sorry, yeah. Mad darshanam, the seeing of me, or offering of prayers to me, or hearing about me, all of which are absolute. Jai Srila
See,
Prabhupada.
through the prayers, through the offering of our prayers, we can take his darshan. Through hearing about him, we can take his darshan. Through doing glorification, we can take his darshan. All of which are absolute. Absolute means it is non-different from the original thing. You understand? Relative means this is original, this is duplicate. But in absolute means whatever is original, everything is expanding from that, everything is original. Everything is non-different from original, not only from the external point of view, in its internal thing also. Like say, for example, they have this iPhone cow, they have that duplicate things and all. It do not have the same, for just one example I'm saying, but any other things, any branded thing or whatever, they will have a duplicate of that. The duplicate will look like exactly, it will look like the original, but it will not have the same effect as the original, correct? Soon it will go off, or it will not have the same features or capacity as the original thing. It will not run for a long time. But here, whatever we are doing, every single seva is actually equally potent in giving us the darshan of the Lord without any differences. Is it clear? That is why it is called Prabhupada. Actually, the Lord did not give darshan to the devotees, the devatas. But he is telling Mad Darshanam Hi Bhutana. They came to take his darshan, but he did not give his darshan in the way we think. But he gave the darshan through his voice. His voice is speaking. Now you see the translation.
The voice of the Lord vibrated as follows. O best of the learned persons, do not fear. I wish all good fortune to you. Become my devotees by hearing and chanting about me and offering me prayers. For these are certainly meant to award benedictions to all living entities. I know all about the activities of Hiranyakashipu and shall surely stop them very soon. Please wait patiently until that time.
See how amazing it is. He's not telling them that I will come immediately. Right? He's telling the two things are very beautiful here. He's saying, I wish all good fortune to you. You are all best of learned persons. My blessings are there for you. And he's telling, become my devotees by hearing and chanting about me and offering me prayers. So he is telling you, please become my devotee. Continuously offer these prayers, etc. What he is telling very beautifully, after this is the most important thing. Our chanting, hearing, offering prayers, it may not, we may just do in a lonely place to the Lord. But the effect of this is, but the potency of all these things, all these activities is, they are certainly meant to award benedictions to all living entities. Krishna can do that if we are pure enough. That Prahlad Maharaj is praying for everybody. So Krishna had to provide that. Right? He cannot avoid what the pure devotees are asking for. They are meant to award benedictions to all living entities. That's an important point here. Right? So he says, you please offer these prayers. You are doing nicely. You do offer these prayers. So by that you will be able to do, you are worried about Lokakshemam, everybody's well-being, whoever is lower than you. It will happen eventually, because any prayer offered without any selfish interest, right, for everybody's well-being is appreciated and accepted by the Lord and reciprocated also. If I'm just asking Krishna, please save me, save me, save me, that will, Krishna will say, okay, fine, I will do something. But it will not please Krishna as much as a prayer which is offered on behalf of all the suffering entities. You get the point? That's the difference between the prayers, the pure prayers, and those prayers which are, how do I say, prayers which are offered with selfish interest. for others' well-being and for our own well-being. Now let's read the purport. In the purport, something really beautiful comes. Prabhupada revealed it, and Maharaj really took this to a different level when I was discussing with Maharaj. And then he took it to a totally different level in his classes. This amazing thing is revealed by Prabhupada, Prabhupada in his purport, Anyone else want to take over from Mataji? Want to read? If you are wanting to read.
May I?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes. Yes. Over. No, both of you are silent.
Hare
Someone
Krishna
else is
Prabhuji.
going to grab.
Sometimes people are very much eager to see God. In considering the word mat darshanam, seeing me, which is mentioned in this verse, one should note that in Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says, Bhaktya mam abhijanati. In other words, the ability to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead or to see Him or talk with Him depends on one's advancement in devotional service, which is called bhakti. In bhakti, there are 9 different activities. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. Because all these devotional activities are absolute, there is no fundamental difference between worshipping the deity in the temple, seeing him, and chanting his glories. Indeed, all of these are ways of seeing him, for everything done in devotional service is a means of direct contact with the Lord. The vibration of the Lord's voice appeared in the presence of all the devotees, and although the person emitting the sound was unseen to them, they were meeting or seeing the Lord because they were offering prayers and because the vibration of the Lord was present. Contrary to
This
the
is the
laws of
most
the
important
material
line in
world,
this purport. This is the most important line in this purport. See, indeed, all of these are ways of seeing him. For everything done in devotional service, a means of direct contact with the Lord. This is the point. The vibration of the Lord's voice appeared in the presence of all the devotees, and although the person vibrating the sound was unseen to them, this is the important point. The Lord is not showing himself to everybody. Right? He's just speaking. Only the voice is heard. They are not able to see where it is coming from. Right? They were meeting or seeing the Lord because they were offering prayers and because the vibration of the Lord is present. This is the point. This is how the Lord.
So the prayers are the vibration here, isn't it, Prabhu?
No. The prayers are there offering to the Lord. That prayer itself, when you are offering the prayers in the heart with the full feeling, and you are praying to the Lord, no.
Yes.
When you are actually praying to the Lord, right? That prayer itself is the Lord. That prayer which you are offering, that itself is the Lord. Like now we are reading this, now we are discussing this purport. This itself, Lord. This itself is the Lord. It's not a way of seeing the Lord. You understand the difference? It's not a prayer. Is not a way of seeing. It's actually, it is itself the Lord. And as a result, the Lord's vibration is also present. He is speaking, in other words. So Narada Muni is doing exactly the same thing. He is speaking. He is meditating, and the Lord appeared. And that meditation, he was offering the prayers, and that prayers offering itself is the Lord. And he got the first glimpse of the Lord. He got a glimpse of the Lord, and suddenly all the mental incongruence went away. But then he lost that darshan. He was saying, "Where is that Lord?" That time I was like feeling like there is no. He was completely spiritually situated. There is nothing material there for him. Now, please complete the purport, Mataji.
Yes. Contrary to the laws of the material world, there is no difference between seeing the Lord, offering prayers, and hearing the transcendental vibration. Pure devotees, therefore, are fully satisfied by glorifying the Lord. Such
This is the point.
glorification is called
There is no difference.
Kirtan.
And see, they are fully satisfied by glorifying the Lord does not only mean the pure devotees satisfying by glorifying the Lord does not mean only offering prayers. You sweep the floor, that is also glorification of the Lord. You serve some devotees, that is also glorification of the Lord. You go and stand in the chapel stand, there also is glorification of the Lord. How does he get the darshan of the Lord? His mind is satisfied. His mind is blissful, dancing in joy. He is doing that seva so sincerely. When Janmashtami and other festivals come, there are many devotees who are inside the temple. Only so many people the temple can accommodate. But apart from that, there are also many other sevas also there. But when that other sevas like serving the car parking, managing the parking area, or the shoe stand, or serving prasadam, they will not be able to take the darshan of the Abhishek and all directly. But they don't feel that they are missing it because they are very busy getting the doing the seva in the different places, and the Lord is reciprocating to them that with that satisfaction. You understand? The satisfaction comes from Krishna. The potency of being satisfied. Let's read this last line.
Performing the kirtan and hearing the vibration of the sound Hare Krishna is actually seeing the Supreme Personality of Godhead directly.
That performing kirtana is not only singing kirtana. We have to understand that. What I told, that whatever other services, you may go and do, say, some devotees might come to, say, the Dham, or you may go around showing around the Dham to them. And you might have seen every day you might be going to the Dham, but the temple darshan and all that. But when the devotees come once in a year or very rarely they come, at that time you go and show them all the different places, they will be so much excited. So much in bliss, and that excitement will give you even more bliss. So that is also kirtana, right? Or you go and say travel somewhere to go around and preach. That is also kirtana. So kirtana means glorification of the Lord. It covers all the things. Now the Prabhupada has written this purpose. This is also kirtan. He told that Vyasadeva chanted in writing. This is the glorification.
So
right?
anything connected with the Lord is
Any
having
service,
darshan of the
any
Lord.
seva connected with the Lord is glorification of the Lord. So we shouldn't confine ourselves in saying, oh, these people are doing kirtan, they are the ones who are glorifying the Lord. No, kirtan means glorification of the Lord in any form. You cook, devotees cook and they offer nice prasadam, bhoga, and then they nice prasadam, devotees are all enjoying. So whatever activities you are doing, when that activity is purely offered to Krishna and Krishna accepts it, that becomes kirtan. That becomes glorification. Right?
So probably in case of Narada Muni, he got perturbed after the Lord vanished, right? So was there a difference? I mean, as we are looking here, I mean, if we do any service for the Lord, that glorifies the Lord and gives us satisfaction. But Narad Muni, when the Lord disappeared, he got perturbed. So how do we reconcile these two?
He got that bliss. He got that bliss as soon as the Lord came. But once the Lord's form went away, he lost that form of the Lord. And for that, he got perturbed. And then he is saying, where did it go? I was experiencing that joy so much. That Krishna is doing that Leela to show something very important that you will see in the coming verses.
So this is like in one of the Bhagavad Gita slokas, Tatvataha, you know me, Tatvataha. So this is what the meaning of that, Prabhuji. Like, we should know, understand this one.
Evam yo veti tatvataha.
Tatvataha.
Tyakva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sorbhujan. Tatvataha means paratma darshanaha. That is what it is. You get to see the direct form of the Lord. I mean, without any coverings, right? You take 7, 9, I think 6, 7, 9, 6. You see, now Darshanka Bhagwan has kept his lotus hands on the head of Prahlad Maharaj. Tatat Karasparsha. Tatat Karasparsha. Duta Akila Ashubha. Duta Akila Ashubha. Completely all the inauspiciousness were all cleansed. Inauspicious, all the any other, even traces of thing, whatever it may be there, that is all completely cleansed. When the Lord kept his hand on the head of Prahlad Maharaj. Then what happens? Sapadi Abhivyakta. Right? Abhivyakta, actually Vyakta means manifested. Abhivyakta means completely manifested. Right? Sapadi Abhivyakta means immediately Krishna completely manifested. Actually, the Lord is standing in front, Lord is sitting in front of him in the throne. Right?
Yeah.
The Lord is actually sitting in front of him. But still, our material desires is what is stopping us from experiencing Krishna completely. So the Krishna was, Rashida Bhagavan is so pleased with Prahlad's bhakti that he touched his head beautifully, and then all the Akila Shubha, Duta Akila Shubha. Immediately after they were destroyed, all the any little traces of inauspiciousness were there to destroyed. Tapadi Abhivyakta. Krishna's form is completely manifested in his heart. Paratma Darshanaha. And Paratma Darshanaha is the important point here. Para Atma Darshanaha means he got complete realization of the Lord's form. Just it means both. To get the complete darshan of the Lord in the form of just the darshan also and in terms of the knowledge also. So there is no tinge of doubt about the Lord after that. And then what he does, Satpada Padma Hridinirvruto Dadau. He caught hold of the Lord's lotus feet and strongly put it inside his core of the heart. Nirvruto Dadau. Nirvruto Dadau means he captured Krishna's lotus feet and Narasimha's lotus feet and put it inside his heart, arrested him inside his heart. Right? And Nirvruto, fully transcendental, full of transcendental bliss. How nice this beautiful word to word. If you read, how much you can enjoy. Then all the things are manifesting. Rishyat Tanuhu. His bodily bliss, the ecstatic bliss manifested in the body and all started shaking. Everything, hairs are standing on end and all that. And then the most important thing is Kṛṣṇa. His heart was completely softened like a sponge. Completely soft like a lotus petal due to that transcendental ecstasy. And Ashrulochana, tears automatically started coming from his eyes. This is the way of seeing the Lord, Paratma Darshana. And this is exactly what is happening in Narada Muni's case also. If disciple is getting this, automatically spiritual master will also get it. No. Gaurav Prabhu, is that helpful? Yes, Anurag Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji, Dandavat Pranam.
Voice is a
Thank you
little
for
low,
the-
Prabhu.
Am I audible? Audible? Not yet. Hare Krishna.
For me, I don't know about others.
Yes, Prabhuji, I
Your
can.
voice is very low,
Yeah.
Anurag Prabhu.
I think probably Krishna doesn't want me to speak, so I'll stay on mute.
No. You
No,
now
no,
you
no,
can.
we are
no,
able
no,
to hear.
it's audible.
can hear.
It's audible, Prabhu.
I was just saying, Prabhuji, thank you for the beautiful explanation. I was just reminded of Madhurashtakam by all the discussion about the transcendental form of the Lord that you were explaining. Like it's like beautiful prayers which I just remembered. Because of the otherwise वो transcendental form realize होना बहुत मुश्किल है, but I think उसमें काफी detail में it's explained very beautifully.
Yeah. No, these are all the steps. Actually, one verse before this is very important. This verse is nothing. Before that is very important. Can you go back to that verse? The process starts from there. Now, I don't know if you read this, but we can still read it. 2 verses before. The more you meditate on it, the more it is so beautiful. I think, no, 7, 9, 4, 794. He is actually offering, 794 is actually where Brahma is asking to go and offer the prayers to Prahlad Maharaj. No? Please go and offer prayers. It is you and your father have angered him. So he goes Shanakaihi, Tateti Shanakaihi Rajan. Slowly and gradually is going near the Lord. And then what does he do? Mahabhagavad. So he was a small boy, is Mahabhagavad. Upetya Bhuvikayena, completely fall flat. Our body is completely fall flat in the bhumi. And then he's offering 100% obeisances to the Lord. Right? Nanama Vidyuta Anjalihi. Without putting anything in his hands like this, or holding his pocket with a phone like this. Nothing like that. He had a complete fall flat under the right? And seeing him so free of attachment and completely dependent on the Lord for his thing, then the next verse comes. This shows what happens after we do proper offering to the Lord. This is very beautiful. Swapadamule patitam tamarbhakam. Swapadamule, Krishna's padamula. He is fallen flat at the lotus feet of the Lord, right? He's extending his hand like this. That small boy is fallen at his feet. And the Lord is surprised. Vilokya Devaha. Vilokya Devaha means Narasimha Bhagavan is seeing. All these people are like shivering and they're running away from fear. And this small one is coming and falling flat on him. Pariprutaha, Kripaya Pariprutaha. He has become extremely merciful and compassionate to Prahlad Maharaj. And see, Pariprutaha means actually what is the word there?
Very much afflicted.
Very
In
much
ecstasy.
afflicted in ecstasy.
Tell what is in brackets also. Very much afflicted in ecstasy. Who is afflicted in ecstasy?
Lord.
If at all, see, imagine Nrsimhadev in ecstasy. Nrsimhadev, we have only imagined him to be in anger, no? Look at him like shivering, shaking, in ecstasy. All hair standing on end and everything. Our devotion, when it actually is pure in its form, then it can shake the Lord. It will shake the Lord, it will make the Lord ecstatic. Such a small boy is not just afraid of me thing, also is just very bold, is coming, and not only that, he is so loving towards me. How much he is having this bhav that I am not able to understand it. And so, just like the lion cub comes, the mother lion, father lion, they will enjoy it. The play they will have, right? This is how it should be. Our bhakti should make the Lord ecstatic. Then, in the next verse, as we read, Prahlad Maharaj became ecstasy when Lord put his hand on his head. It's like what do you call, like the electric shock, no? Somebody is connected to the main plug, no? They will be completely electrified. And anyone who is going and touching him, they will also get the shock, isn't it? It's a conductor of that electricity, correct?
Mm.
Same way, this is just like electricity, this is the ecstasy. So he is full with ecstasy. So anybody the Lord touches, okay, I am blessing you, I am blessing you. Like this, he touches, everybody will start dancing and shivering and shaking. This is the beauty. Our devotion should move the Lord, and then he should become ecstatic. And then that ecstasy will come to us automatically when he blesses us with his darshan. His reciprocates, that acknowledgement and reciprocation we saw. Anurag Prabhu, does this help?
Yes, Prabhuji, very much. I was just thinking, Prabhuji, if I may ask a question. Prabhuji, ये जो slight taste of ecstasy या glimpse sometimes kirtan mein, when there is absorption or when there is some absorption in some seva or something, probably Krishna gives that glimpse. But how to make that glimpse a little longer? It's pretty short, like
Keep
Narada
doing
Muni.
it. Keep doing it. No, for Narada Muni also, he gave a glimpse. But then he gives advice that keep doing this with the eagerness. Oh, I got that. I want to do more. I want to do more to the Lord. It's not about getting, the focus should not be on getting that experience. Focus should be to serve the Lord. You
Just
understand?
thinking.
What we do is we want to get that experience. We are like, it becomes a fruitive activity then. I want that experience. For that, I'm doing the service. That should not be there. I want to please the Lord, irrespective of whether I'm getting ecstasy or not. That ecstasy is not the ultimate goal. Pleasing the Lord is the ultimate goal. Then the Lord will be pleased, and then He will give the ecstasy on His own. That is why then the next purport which we'll read, coming next week, 1619. If you see, that's the best purport to understand this concept. Completely given. See this thing. Last line. We read 1619. If you read the last line of the purport, we will read it in detail next week. But I couldn't resist myself. This is one of the best purports I used to. Hundreds of times I read. Also, I will keep enjoying this. That much is the nectar inside, buried inside this. Please read the last line alone for now. I'm just giving you an appetizer for the next week.
May I, Prabhuji?
Let Anurag Prabhu.
Prabhuji, I like that line.
Yes, Mother.
Appetizer for next week.
Yeah.
When he pleases, being satisfied with the sincere attempt of devotional service, depending completely on the mercy of the Lord, then he may be seen out of his own accord.
So everything is his here. He should be pleased. He should be satisfied. Mercy is his. Whether he can be seen or not is his decision, out of his own accord. What is ours here?
Service.
Sincere attempt of devotional service and depending on the completely on the mercy of the Lord. Right? These two things only. We are only doing sincere service. Our aim is not to get ecstasy, hair standing on it and all that. That is all that will happen naturally. Or I mean, not just a hair standing on it, but you, as you said, when we serve prasadam, we feel that nice experience. So satisfaction is there. Right? I have been doing this Bhagavatam here and there. Whenever I see the devotees really, like enjoying and so much is there, so much is there. I feel really blessed because I feel for two reasons. One is that I could serve the devotees in whatever little way I can. And the second thing is I feel that I have served my spiritual master also because that was his instruction to me. So to do this seva. So in that seva, if when I'm bringing that, like Prabhupada also, when he wrote the books, he was so much in ecstasy because that was a direct order by spiritual master to him. So two things happens. One is because of the satisfaction of spiritual master, and second thing is because of the satisfaction of all the living entities. These are the two things which happens. Then the Lord is automatically pleased. We are taking so many different sacrifices we do. We go here, go there. I know Anurag Prabhu, so much all of you sacrifice when I come to Pune and in other places also everywhere. So you go out of here to pick up, give a ride, and go here, go there, and do all the range of programs and all these things. That is without any reciprocation, without any expectation of reciprocation. So Krishna is pleased. I am also, when I also try to do in whatever little way. This whole purport you have to read next week. Because of the interest of time, I'm asking you to read only the one part. So the idea, the focus should be to how much I can do the service to please for the pleasure of the Lord. Then the rest of the things, pariplutaha, then our ecstasy and all will be, or our experience and all will be automatically decided by the Lord.
Yes,
he will ensure that it happens. But he said, how to extend it? Keep on doing that seva, that's all. Don't without the expectation of that experience. So Krishna himself says, if you see, let me jump. What is that? Read verse number 22. Translation alone.
Which
Which
one,
was
Prabhuji?
This 622. 1622. Translation alone. Why the Lord is doing like this? He himself is saying this. Just a
Okay.
translation alone.
Oh,
Hare
what
Krishna
just one?
Prabhuji. Oh, virtuous one, you have only once seen my person, and this is just to increase your desire for me. Because the more you hanker for me, the more you will be freed from all material desires.
See, this hankering for me. Hankering for me means service. The more you hanker for service, because him and service are not different, isn't it? See, the purport Prabhupada writes beautifully. The more a person is engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, the more he acquires a hankering for it. That is the transcendental nature of godly service. You understand? So, when you say how to extend that experience, prolong that experience, that is why the more is engaged, again and again we should do. Next time again we should do. Next time again we should do. Then the more we acquire the hankering for it, that itself is our ultimate aim. Krishna will reciprocate according. So, the desire for experiencing the bliss is not the ultimate destination. The desire for serving and pleasing the Lord is the ultimate destination. That is how we can take darshan of the Lord. We can take his darshan in the service.
Yes, Prabhuji, clear. Thank you, Prabhuji.
See, Prabhupada in this whole purport is talking about service only. The intense service of the Lord, one can experience the presence of the Lord transcendentally, where in the service, that is, service has to be intense. That's why saying seeing the Lord means engaged in his service, because his service and his person are identical. See, what an amazing purpose this is. So we are saying where to see the Lord, where to see the Lord. When you are engaged in service, that itself is seeing the Lord. Right? Service and person are identical. So then Prabhupada writes beautifully. The sincere devotee, whatever I am saying, Prabhupada is saying the same thing. I mean, what he is saying is only I am saying, but the sincere devotee should go on with the sincere, and the sincere devotee should go on with the sincere service of the Lord. The Lord will give proper direction as to how and where it has to be done. That's all. We should not bother about it. Just keep on doing the seva. Oh, today I didn't get the same ecstasy like yesterday. No, this is all. Maybe because you were looking forward to that ecstasy instead of the service itself. That's why the Lord was not. As we saw in that Narsinghadev Prahlad Maharaj 2 verses, we can get that experience only when Krishna gets that experience from our devotion. Without expectation, when we do, then the Lord is. Make sense?
Yes, Prabhuji.
We have been doing. Unknowingly we are doing. But once the biggest problem, Narada Prabhu, is that once we get that experience, that is the big danger.
You mean the experience
Well,
of
after
ecstasy?
that, we'll keep on running with experience. Yeah. After that, we'll keep on running with that experience. Right?
Prabhuji, initially also, like initial days in Krishna consciousness, like wo jo bolte hai na ki trial sample was like, then you come and then wo anarth nivritti ke time. The initial was like blissful, but wo after since years ho jata hai instead of sincere. When it becomes since years, so then wo anarth nivritti mein wo sometimes that bliss is really to hanker for that bliss also at times.
Yeah. So that's where the fruitive thing is. He gives a token mercy, we run behind it, you know. But that's where we have to be very careful. Should we run behind the service or the experience of the service? When you run behind the service, then you will not feel it so much. It's okay, it doesn't matter. I also had that experience, but now I may not have it. But then I'm running behind the service. So that is perfectly fine. That itself is Krishna experience in Krishna service.
Yes, clear.
And when you are doing Anartha Nivritti, that dust will come out. You should be blissfully engaged in the Anartha Nivritti. That is also a service to the Lord only. That's why I'm saying sincere devotee should go on with the service of the Lord. We should not stop. Keep on going. Keep on doing the Anartha Nivritti. How long can we do, Prabhu? No, keep doing now, because this is also darshan of the Lord. Sat darshanam hi bhutanam. Why do you think that after completing the Anartha Nivritti only I can take the darshan? No, the Anartha Nivritti itself is darshan. Because Krishna is seeing that in a silently in a quiet place, this person is trying to serve me. So I will give him more strength to do the Anartha Nivritti. And how do you do the Anartha Nivritti? Anartha Upashamam Sakshat Bhakti Yoga Matokshajay. Only through bhakti you can do this thing. As an offering to the Lord, we do this Anartha Nivritti also, clearing of our anarthas also.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Gaurav. Gaurav, you are saying something?
No, Prabhu.
Anything else? Any other questions? Realizations? We are jumping up today a little bit ahead also, but you'll have to come back and start from the where we left. Okay. I think we'll stop here. We also have a couple of seva to do. So we will stop here, and Krishna willing, we will connect again for the next verse. 1619. That's the mega verse, mega purport it is. Is that okay?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes, we'll stop
Thank
here.
you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Honorable Prabhu, for joining. I hope you join regularly. We look forward to your questions and very nice discussions. And I also put a poll to whether this Saturday morning or evening, which is better. Whoever, wherever we get more people willing to join that thing, it will help. Okay. I hope Suchandra Prabhu also will feel a bit more comfortable doing that. Prabhu, where are you these days? Suchandra Prabhu?
You're on mute, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji's on mute.
I've come back to Nottingham. I just came on 8th and I came, in fact, I had a lot of diarrhea and all that for almost 6-7 days. So I'm recovering.
Okay. Pray for you, Prabhu. And yeah, please, is it okay? 4 o'clock, 4:30? Is that okay?
I think
time will be
this
like
is the
11.
best time. For me, this is the best time.
Yeah, around that time we normally don't have any programs being scheduled. So even if I'm traveling, mostly I can try to make some time off. Anyway, we'll see. Either way is fine. I will put the message in the group and let's see how many respond. So Krishna will do that. Before the next session, we'll look it up. Okay, I'll stop here. Thank you so much. Nice to see you all. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams. Jai Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam, Jai Shri Prabhupada, Jai Shri Gurudev.
Jai.
Jai
One second, Hare Krishna. Kripa Sindhu Bhavisa. Patitano Pavaniko Vaishnavidya Namo. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
So much.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, pranam.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.